Now, in this session, I will try to explain how to perform validations. I will be just giving you the basic overview of the validations or the code required for performing validations, right? So anyhow, probably in the next session or in the next session, I will be showing you the real samples. Now, let me give you the brief explanation about performing validations. Now, you assume that the JavaScript code, one of my JavaScript function is having var v1 variable, right? You assume that this v1 variable is having some mobile number, right? In single quotations or maybe in string format, let us say some mobile number is present. Now my requirement is I wanted to verify whether this mobile number is present in valid 10 digits format or not, right? So usually the Indian mobile numbers will be present in 10 digits format. So I want to verify whether this v1 variable's data is present in 10 digits format or not. That is my simple requirement. So to verify whether the variable's data is present in 10 digits format or not, first we need to write a regular expression. So remember, the regular expression has to be always stored inside a variable. And moreover, in JavaScript, usually the regular expression must be always stored between /cap symbol and then $/ symbol. And in between you will be writing actual regular expression. Now, you only tell me what regular expression you will be writing between /cap and $/ to check whether this v variable's data or v1 variable's data is present in 10 digits format or not. Or in simple words, I want to write a regular expression which can able to check whether some variable's content is present in 10 digits format or not. Right? You tell me as per regular expressions which meta character will be used for checking digits. Obviously we know /d, lowercase d, right? So when I say /d, this code can able to check whether one digit is present or not, right? In case if I want to check whether a variable is having exactly 10 digits or not, obviously I must use quantifier curly brackets 10. So this entire code will verify whether a variable is having exactly 10 digits or not, right? And you remember, when you are writing regular expressions, you must not give any space, right? In case if you give any space between /cap and then $ and then / characters, your JavaScript or your regular expression will not work as per the expectations, right? So you will be writing the regular expression like this, right? Now you assume that a regular expression variable rex1 is having this regular expression. Now I want to check using this regular expression, I want to check whether this variable v1's content is present in 10 digits format or not. Remember, JavaScript string data type is having one function called as match function. So using this match function, we can able to easily check whether a variable's data is present in valid regular expressions format or not, right? Or in a valid format or not. Now let me explain how to call the match function. Remember, you must always call the match function by using a string type variable. I am assuming that this v1 is a string type variable. I must call v1.match. So in order to check whether this v1 variable's data is present in valid format or not, obviously I must pass the regular expression variable, right? So when I call match function and when I pass a regular expression variable into the match function, this match function will give you null. This will give you null in case if the variable's content is not matching to the regular expression which is present in the regular expression variable, right? So I want to check whether v1.match is giving a null or not. Obviously I can write the condition like this. If v1.match of rex1 is equals to null, then only execution will come into the if condition body, right? Or in simple words, in case if the v1 variable's content is not matching to the regular expression content, then the execution will come into the if condition body. Inside the if condition body, maybe by using alert mechanism or maybe by using some other mechanism, you try to display an error message stating that the content present in the variable is not present in the valid format. Okay, so whatever it is, and you remember, instead of writing v1.match of rex is equals to null, there is a simplified format for writing the condition here. The same thing I can able to write like this: if not v1 dot match of rex1, open curly bracket, end curly bracket. Remember, in case if this v1 dot match function is returning null, so when exactly null will be returned by match function? If the v1 variable's content is not present as per the regular expression variable content, then only the match function will give you null. So not null means always true. Remember, as per any programming language, not null will always give you true. So whenever not null is coming, obviously if condition body will be executed. Inside the if condition body, you can able to display the error message, right? Whatever the error message you would like to display, you can display it by using alert box, or maybe by using some other mechanism. I believe you understood. Here the crucial point is about writing the validation. I believe you understood the point. Now let me explain one more simple example. You assume that somewhere in my JavaScript function, let us say I am having a var v2 variable. Let us say this v2 variable is having some content. Now I want to verify whether this v2 variable's content is present in valid format or not. Now I want to consider the v2 variable's data as valid or correct when the v2 variable is having minimum 3 lowercase alphabets and maximum up to 10 alphabets, right? In case if the v2 variable is having minimum 3 to maximum 10 English alphabets, lowercase alphabets, then only I want to consider the v2 variable's data as valid content, or otherwise I want to consider this v2 variable's content as invalid content. Now the next question here is how to verify whether this v2 variable's content is present in valid format or not. Now it is simple. We have to, for verifying this, we have to write a regular expression now, where rex2 is equals to, so I already told you that regular expression content must be always placed inside slash cap and then $slash. Now I want to check whether the v2 variable's content is present in valid format or not. So if you want to check whether a variable is having a to z characters or not, lowercase a to z, because I want to check the variable's content is present in lowercase format or not, obviously I will be using square bracket and a to z. This is called as range checking, right? Now I want to consider, I want to verify whether this v2 variable is having minimum 3 to maximum 10 characters or not. How to verify? How to write the regular expression here? We must write quantifier 3, 10, right? So let me explain the meaning of this regular expression. So any of the characters between a to z, if it is present for minimum 3 times, maximum 10 times, obviously that corresponding variable content will be treated as valid content. And you remember, you must not specify any spaces over here. Now let me remove the spaces. As usual, let me add $ and then slash here. Now my requirement is, I wanted to check whether this v2 variable's content is present in the valid format or not by using this regular expression, right? How to verify? Now it is simple. We must write if not v2 dot match of rex2, right? So you only tell me when exactly v2 dot match function will give null. Very simple. When the v2 variable's content is not matching to the regular expression rex2, obviously match function will give you null. So not null means true. That point of time, whatever the error message you would like to display, you can display it by using alert. I believe you understood. Okay. So here the key point is writing a regular expression. Okay. Right. After this, I would like to show you one more basic validation sample, right? So after that, Probably in the next session, I'll be explaining about how to implement all these things in the JavaScript code directly. Now, let us say I'm having a variable named v3. I want to check whether this v3 variable is having full name or not, full name of a person. Now my requirement is I want to consider the v3 variable's data as valid when the v3 variable is having English alphabets. First name of the person has to be present, and v3 must contain last name, and in between first name and last name there must be at least one space must be present, at least one space. And in case if more than one space is also present, even I want to consider that also as a valid data. Between first name and last name at least one space is required, and I want the first name has to be present in lowercase characters and last name has to be present in lowercase characters. For first name, minimum one letter is required, minimum one character, and for last name minimum 2 characters is required, right? So it can be more than that also. Minimum one for the first character or maybe first name, and minimum 2 characters for the last name, and in between first name and last name at least I need one space. Now to validate the v3 variables data, first we need the regular expression. So tell me how to write the regular expression. First I recommend you to think about the regular expression. I recommend you to write the regular expression on your own, and after that you can see my regular expression. I recommend you to pause the video now, and I recommend you to first write the regular expression on your own. Now I will show you the regular expression required for checking whether this v3 variables content is present in valid format or not. First let me write /cap. I want to check whether the first name is present in valid format or not. So first name requires lowercase a to z characters, minimum one character, and the maximum can be any number of characters. How to verify that or how to check that? I can write either plus symbol over here, or otherwise I can write curly bracket 1 comma. Both are having same meaning. So when I write plus means one or more, right? Similar way, in case if I write curly bracket 1 comma, even the meaning of this is also same, one or infinite number of characters. Even here also plus means one or infinite number of characters or more characters. So just to simplify the coding, I will write plus only. After this, I want to check whether a minimum one space is present or not. For checking space, obviously we will be using lowercase s character, right? So again I want to check whether minimum one space is present or not, right? So it can be minimum one space and maximum can be any number. So obviously I will be writing again plus. After this, last name must contain minimum 2 characters and maximum can be any number of characters. Again the last name must contain lowercase alphabets only. How to verify that? Obviously lowercase a to z. Now tell me how to write, how to check for minimum 2. So I cannot write plus or maybe 1 plus. I must definitely go for curly bracket 2 comma. And after this you write $. After this we need to check whether the v3 variables content is present as per the regular expression content or not. So obviously I will be writing if not v3 dot match of rex3, open curly bracket, end curly bracket. Execution will come into this if condition body in case if the v3 variables content is not matching to this regular expression. Believe you understood. Now I will give you one more sample related to this regular expression, right? Now let us say I am having var v4. Maybe the var v4 content is present in, let us say, single quotations or maybe string content. You consider this v4 content as string content. Now you assume that this v4 variable is having some cell phone number, right? So you assume that v4 variable is having some Indian cell phone number. We know that in India some people will be writing their mobile numbers in +91 and then 10 digits format. So here this XS represents actually digits, right? So usually some people will be writing their mobile numbers in 10 digits format, including +91-. Some people will be writing directly 10 digits. Now my requirement is I want to consider this V4 variables data as correct content or valid content when the V4 variable is having +91- and then 10 digits. In case if V4 is having +91- and then 10 digits, I want to consider the whole data as valid data. Or otherwise, in case if V4 variable is having only 10 digits without having +91-, even that data also I want to consider that as, or I want to consider it as valid data. So in case if user is writing simply 91 and then 10 digits, I don't want to consider that data as valid data, or in any other case I want to consider the remaining data as invalid data only, right? So it means that this +91- must be present either for 0 times or for 1 time. After that 10 digits has to be present. So in order to check whether these 10 digits are present or not, it is easy to write. You will be writing /d of curly bracket 10. Now we need to write the regular expression for checking this, right? So now you tell me how to write the regular expression for checking whether +91- is present or not. First of all, you need to check for the existence of plus. How will you check? I already told you that you must write plus is a special character or special symbol used in regular expressions. In case if you are checking for plus itself, you must write that plus inside square brackets, right? And immediately after this, we need the plus only for 1 time. You can write curly bracket 1. Next I want 9 and then 1. So whichever the digits you are looking out for, you can directly write those digits. Now I want to check for the existence of hyphen. Again, hyphen is a special character used in regular expressions. The hyphen will be used for range checking. Now I want to check for the existence of hyphen. So obviously we have to place the hyphen in square brackets, and again hyphen has to be valid for exactly 1 time. So this whole combination is allowed either for 0 times or 1 time. How to make one specific content valid either for 0 times or for 1 time? Very simple. In order to make this specific thing as optional, you have to place this entire thing in the parenthesis, and immediately after this you write question mark. So when you write question mark, we already knows the meaning of question mark. Question mark means 0 or 1 time. So this overall content present inside the parenthesis will be either valid for 0 times or maximum for 1 time. And immediately after this question mark, you can write /d of curly brackets 10, and you declare this complete regular expression in a regular expression variable and write that regular expression in /cap and then $/semicolon. After writing the code like this, obviously you will be writing if not v4.match of rex open curly bracket end curly bracket. In case if the v4 variables content is not present as per this regular expression format, the execution will come into the if condition body. Maybe by using alert function you can able to display the error message. Believe you understood.